You stepped on my toe. But the scary part this time is that there's a cliff behind us. Yup, it's cold.
It's cold.
Chad says he's gonna do a body slam. Didn't expect to be doing this in Greece. Yasas, hello my friends from the city of Chania on the island of Crete, from the country of Greece. We have made it to our third destination here in the country, and we've come to Crete because it is actually known for having some very beautiful and pristine beaches, and we want to have ourselves a little beach getaway on the Mediterranean. So for the next few days, we're gonna go and check out 3 of their most famous beaches here and see what we think and enjoy some time in the sun. Yesterday, I kid you not, we had the wildest travel day we've ever had on all of our adventures. We had to get from Meteora to Crete, and so from Kalambaka, which is the city underneath Meteora, we took 2 train rides to get to Athens. And once we were in Athens, we had to get on the metro to get to the airport. Once we were at the airport, we flew over to the island of Crete, and once we got to the island, we had to go and get a rental car to get to Chania, which is where we are right now. So it was just a lot of jumping around, but we've made it here in one piece, and we are now going to head out and go to our very first beach, which is going to be Balos Beach.
That without my love for the ocean, I will be no one.
Gracias. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
We just arrived after driving about an hour and 20 minutes in our little Skoda Roomster. This car honestly really reminds me of the van because of how slightly rumbly it is. But I think we're gonna hike down. It's about 2 kilometers down to the beach.
Hi, I like your horns.
Hi, baby.
Hello.
Once we got on the dirt road that takes you to Balos Beach, the earth is like this reddish color, and in contrast with the sea, it was just so bright. The world is your litter box. So this is actually our second time to the island of Crete. First time to this beach in particular, but something that I totally forgot about is how incredible this entire island is.
Because not only do you have the beautiful, stunning beaches, you also have these very dramatic mountains that are right next to it. And it's just so cool being able to wade in the water and look up at these beautiful mountains, and also just, of course, like the dazzling blue waters that the Mediterranean brings. I think one of my favorite things about the beaches here in Crete is that sometimes there is pink sand, and it literally looks like pixie dust in the water, like floating around, sparkling, looks like glitter. I love it, and especially up against the chartreuse rocks, literally a color lover's paradise.
This afternoon I actually took a 1-hour nap, and I must say it was glorious. Listening to the sound of the waves just lightly crashing while I was napping was so nice. Claire was off looking at glitter and sparkles in the sand. To each their own, I suppose. I needed that fat nap.
I needed the sparkles. So sad to have to leave, but that does mean we're about to get some dinner, and I am hungry, so.
And by about, it's like a 2-hour trek.
Oh right, yes, we have to walk up 1,000 stairs.
My one arm. Hour-and-a-half long drive, we are back in the city. We've parked the car and we are walking to dinner.
We just ordered a plate full of traditional Cretan snails. It's a recipe that they have here on the island. I'm gonna give it a try. Never had snail before. Woo! All right.
Yamas.
Oh, this is alcohol.
How is your straight up shot?
I thought it was gonna be like one of those sweeter digestive drinks, but that is like, it tastes like vodka.
We have just finished doing some laundry.
We just wrapped up dinner and the food and the service was okay tonight, but if you are looking for some wonderful ambiance, that is the place to go. So first day at the beach was a really, really fun day. Can't wait for tomorrow. And so we'll catch you guys when the sun comes up.
Blue dew, blue moon, kinda mysterious, shaded with someone I'm not really.
After a treacherous drive, I stalled the car a few times. We've made it to the beach.
We got a manual car because it was cheaper than an automatic. But I think the next time perhaps we get an automatic just because it's so hilly here and there's so much like gravel on the road, so sometimes the wheels just like won't go. But we've made it to our second beach, which is called Seitan Limania. We actually came here a couple years ago and there was no one here because we came in March and it was pretty cold. But today it is very sunny, very warm, and we're probably gonna be able to swim, but there are more people. So I'm gonna get my goggles on, gonna go underwater. I'm so excited.
I'm really excited to swim. It's pretty hot today.
Yeah, I'm like sweating. All right, we're going in. I'm expecting it to be cold and salty. Yep, it's cold.
It's cold.
We'll taste the saltiness in a bit. I guess we're committing because we're already putting the mask on. Are you have the mouthpiece? Ready?
No. All right, 3, 2.
Oh, he stepped on my toe.
Hey, hurt, get.
How inconvenient.
Bye-bye.
He left his footprints. We are now leaving Seitan Limania. It was a nice little morning, but I don't think you need too much time there because it does start to get kind of crowded. So it's kind of a nice, like, quick day trip from Chania.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. We are beginning our ascent back up. First thing, if you do come here, bring really good hiking shoes because you do have to come down a pretty rocky trail. And then second thing, I think it's really worth it if you bring your snorkeling gear, your flippers, and you actually swim out of the cove and away from all the people on the beach. It's very beautiful and there are a lot of tiny little fish you can see in the water. Chad is being put to the test again. Gotta get the car up. Go, Chad, go! Yes! Bravo, bravo! Oh no. Once all the weight gets in the car.
So close.
Do it! Yeah! We are having some trouble once again.
All right, we're at a flatter spot now.
Yes. But the scary part this time is that there's a cliff behind us. Yay! We are now heading over to a local seafood market. And we'll see if we can bring some fresh seafood home for lunch and dinner. We secured the goods. We got some fresh fish and squid for dinner, but for lunch today, we've come to a local place that we came to 3 years ago. They serve the best gyros, and I think probably one of the cheapest. It costs €3.60 for one, a huge one. It's like the size of my face. Oh, another thing, I actually haven't noticed this because we've been here before, but my parents were pointing out that the American gyros do not have French fries in them, and they also use lamb meat. Whereas here, they have French fries and they use mostly pork and chicken. So, if you're coming to Greece, don't be expecting the lamb meat in the gyros. Expect some shredded pork and chicken instead.
them make it for you.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
We are back at one of our favorite places here in Crete. It's called Funky's, and they have all sorts of different things, but we love their chocolate crepes because look how massive they are. And also they are very generous with the chocolate, so it's like oozing out of there. My favorite thing ever, and it's only €2.50.
They know how to do it.
Funky.
Funkies.
Funky.
We just spent the last 2 hours walking around Old Town, just enjoying the sound of the crashing waves and watching the sun dip behind the mountains that we were actually at yesterday. We are now back at our place, and I'm gonna go downstairs and show you guys what Claire and her mom are up to. Claire is prepping some squid.
Yes, I'm cutting them into little rings, and then I'll hand it over to my mom to do the important part.
We also have a red snapper here, big and juicy. There was not a single piece of meat left on the bones of that fish. It was absolutely delicious. Compliments to the chef. But I think we're going to hit the hay. We'll see you guys tomorrow as we explore our third beach here on Crete.
Night-night. Good afternoon from Elafonisi. We have made it to our third beach here on Crete, and this is definitely the farthest beach that we've gone to. It took around an hour and 30 minutes to get here, and it was through a lot of windy roads, but it was really pretty because you go through the mountains and then it brings you to the beach. So we've just made it, found a parking spot, we're gonna grab all of our stuff and go check out the beach.
It is a windy day, and we are taking shelter in a little shelter.
Yeah, I think it's like a little hut for the security guard, but he is nowhere to be found, so we are using it for our benefit.
Claire is trying to convince me to swim. I do not want to go at all.
It's just so pretty, and like when something's so gorgeous, I'm like, well, I want to see what's under the water. But there is also another option. We can go and lay flat on this very shallow area where the water is maybe about like this high.
Yep.
And it's a little bit warmer.
Yeah.
Anyhow, Elafonisi is just as beautiful as when we last came here. You want to share your thought?
Oh, now? With you here?
Let me hear your big thoughts.
Well, we visited 3 years ago, and this place hasn't changed at all, but we have changed a lot since then. During the time, we didn't even think that YouTube and traveling full-time was even an option. We were still pursuing internships and jobs, and that was basically what our mind was consisting of.
Yeah.
And so it's just pretty cool to see how things have changed, how we have changed and grown together as a team that still will fight about if we should swim or not, which is a good thing to fight about, I suppose.
Yeah, there are worse things
Yeah.
to fight about.
Anyways, there's just a lot on my mind these past few days, especially visiting the same places that we've been before.
Yeah. Anyhow, I think at the very least we're gonna go and lay in the warm puddle. So let's go do that.
All right, I guess it's puddle time. I might just stay in this hut. Claire, I live here now.
I normally win the argument or the debate. Chad says he's gonna do a body slam. Oh, what happened to your confidence? I think over here's warmer. Wow, look at him go.
See what my hair looks like. Oh no. No, don't look at me.
I don't think that makes it any better, Chad. Just show your 5 head. Let the world see it. Show it loud and proud. It's so embarrassing to travel with.
I found a sea snail.
I was army crawling to you. Didn't expect to be doing this in Greece. Having a good beach day?
Claire wants to stay here all day. we've made it back to beautiful Old Town right during sunset, and we're heading back to our Airbnb to cook up another seafood dinner courtesy of Mama Chang. And just like that, our days on this island are coming to an end. Tomorrow morning, we're actually hopping on a ferry over to our next island. And if you are interested in following along on our adventures to 50 countries over the next few years, definitely hit subscribe. And if you want to see behind the scenes exclusive content and support us as creators, check out our Patreon page. But with that, we'll see you guys next time.